Hi everyone, I'm Rich Newbold, Game Director.
And I'm Rich Hudson, Senior Video Artist and Park Builder.
And we are really excited to invite you to our red carpet premiere for our upcoming DLC, the Silver Screen Pack.
Looking very dapper, Rich, but I think you would look better in colour. There we go. I think also the Silver Screen Pack would look better in colour as well. So let's take it from the top. So welcome, Rich, to Planco Studios, a very aptly named space that I've, of course, been building out to show off the Silver Screen Pack in all of its glory. As we enter here on this sort of street scene that is more from the studios theme as part of Silver Screen. Here we've got some vehicles and these lovely pavement pieces. We won't look at the ground too much because we have indeed rolled out the red carpet.
You have
for
to,
everyone.
Of course, naturally.
Yeah. As we make our way into Planco Studios. So here is your first little glimpse at some of the lighting and lampposts as part of the Silver Screen Pack. Of course, these letters are just base game, but they work really nicely to kind of get that kind of like Burbank kind of studios vibe going here. And of course, we have the red carpet. We've got these lovely rope barriers as well. All of this is colorable, of course, so players can do with it as they wish. Some really lovely fencing as well. And then here I've got this really lovely entrance archway showing off some of the new pieces as part of Silver Screen, and some little smidges of the studio's theme as well, some lighting, sort of rigging, some spotlights as well. These floodlights at the top here, the rower floodlights, I love these so much. Honestly, they're my favorite. And we have also got this here, which we'll see what this is in a bit, but it does dive down beneath our entrance bridge here as our guests make their way into Planco Studios. I think we might have there might be something. Here we go. As we have one of our attractions dives down beneath us with a flash of some description. We'll get back to that.
We will. Bit of a tease for something that's going to come on later.
So we're going to head in here to our entrance plaza here, where you can see the lovely, absolutely stunning Art Deco theme from Silver Screen in full swing. But right here, bang in the centre, we have our new entertainer in Cornell Butterworth.
Cornell Butterworth, so it's a wonderful statue. All of our guests line up, take a photo with them.
Yep, previous free update, we've got the Vista Point, so we have our guests taking a cheeky little selfie with Cornell statue, which, you know, if this were a real park, people would definitely be doing. And this base is actually from the base game of Planet Coaster 2, but these brass trims I've got rotating around it, these are brand new. So this is like a film strip style. These come in curved, they have straight versions as well, and it's all completely colorable. So this bottom one is the default color, the brass, and then the one above, you've got 3 slots or 3 or 4 slots to play with. So I've made this look more like black and white actual film strips, and on some rotating platforms to swirl around Cornell Butterworth. And you can see him lurking away in the distance. I'm sure we'll cross paths with him in a bit. But I want to show you some more of this beautiful scenery first. So of course we have all this lovely Art Deco cinema style scenery to play with. Lots of lovely brushed brass and metal that's all colorable, lots of sort of stonework. And of course we have these volumetric moving head lights from the studio's theme that I absolutely adore and just adds so much to this park build. And of course we can't forget these. These are the new concession stands that we've brought in the pre-update 11, which I've got them placed across the park entirely, but part of the Silver Screen Pack we also have this fantastic surround you can just snap onto the concession stands. We have this little popcorn cart going on here. There's a little wheel. There's also a separate piece as well. You can do it as you wish. All this is colourable, of course, but I've got a popcorn stand here, and I've got a Cornell having a wander around. Looking very jovial, yeah. And of course, look at that. Fantastic animation.
He's got the emissive lights on his megaphone and the popcorn that's in his head as well. Players can choose to turn that off if they wish.
Yep.
But I love to see him lit up and just kind of entertaining all the guests as they're having a wonderful time in this park.
He's got such dynamic animations. I know the animation team always absolutely love animating the entertainers. They're so much fun. And as he walks past the main attraction, our new bench. People love their benches.
Love bins and benches.
Absolutely. So this is how it looks in its default guise, with the sort of brass backing. Again, all of this is colorable and changeable. We also have, if I come over here, we have our bins as well. It's slightly dark over here. But we've got the new bins as well, which match that kind of style. But of course, they're all colorable. If we head over into this corner, we've also got the picnic benches as well, which look fantastic with this lovely marble top, which I've recolored to match this little gulpy shop
Oh, nicely done, Rich. Nice use of the accent colours there.
Yeah, I do. I don't know what it is. Every time I put a Gulpy shop down, I have to recolour everything in its immediate vicinity to green and orange because it looks really good. But here's a look at some of the new scenery you get with the silver screen pack. These beautiful illuminated windows. We've got some new banners as well, which look really good. And I do love these like glass block sort of walls.
The silver screen theme, these wall sets were great to kind of research and reference what kind of Art Deco style we wanted to go with this theme. And I love the combination of the plaster and as you say, that brass trim and the gold trims. It just makes it elevate it all.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got an area over here called the backlot, which we're going to get back to, but I do want to just shout out these fantastic water towers as part of the silver screen pack. So the base is one piece and then the topper is another. So there's one of King Coaster, there's one of Queen Splash that we'll see in a bit, and there's also just a generic sort of default one as well you can play with. And I love it so much. But here in this corner, I've got a little a cinema facade. There's quite a few of these around the park, unsurprisingly being silver screen. And this is just showing off some of the new Art Deco windows, the columns. Of course, we've got this film strip brass trim as well. And of course, we've got some of the new lights as well, which are absolutely stunning. And then we have this cinema signage. So this is illuminated as is, but also I've added some of these new illuminated letters. I know players have been wanting illuminated letters for a while, so here they are. And I've got it here as the Planco translation for cinema, and these are actually hooked up to an event sequencer, and it's just constantly rotating through this animation.
Nicely done.
Of the letters lighting up and then flashing away, because that's what you'd expect. The cinema's trying to grab your attention.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is Butter Facade, but we've got some more interesting cinema-flavoured stuff a little bit later, like here as well. This is a little glimpse at one of our flat rides as part of the pack, but we're not going to look at this one just yet. We're going to come back to this one in a bit, but I would like to just sneakily dip in here and just shout out these fantastic posters that you'll get as part of the silver screen pack. That I absolutely love these.
Yeah,
so
we love
much.
creating these posters just to give you that kind of in-world feel of a real cinema, a real experience. So having these kind of pretend movies that the game would have had been lots of fun.
All made in this studio, this real studio. This is where they shot them all. But the actual posters themselves, I've got an example. If I just quickly run back over here, like you can see that they are just loose bits of paper, basically. And what I've done in here, and you'll see these littered all over the park. They spot the poster today. I've actually built these in little frames out of. These are actually out of shop fronts, funnily enough. But they worked really nicely to make these really lovely.
Nice.
Sort of brass frames with a light above it as well, and this was really cool. So we'll come back to this particular flat ride shortly, but instead we're going to head over this way to a space lovingly named Butterworth Boulevard, because this is an example of how you can use the Art Deco theme as part of Silver Screen. So we've got a couple of wall sets to play with in this. We have this lovely tile. This is a terracotta tile.
Yep.
It's really beautiful. It's got different sort of layers for colouring, so you can have like a different coloured strip at the bottom of one line of brick, and then the rest of it can be a different colour. You can change the grout and everything. So it's been really fun to like mess around with the colouring of this and go from its. I think its default is this kind of like peachy colour. You can kind of see over here, whereas I've done this one in a very, very sort of deep green and gold. It's a really lovely colour combination.
All the different colours on this architectural style make it feel so different for me as well. Like
Absolutely.
It works really well in different styles. You can combine with that architectural style. I think it really helps.
You can take this particular architecture in any direction you want, colour-wise. You can do anything with it. Over on this side is another Art Deco building, but quite in a different guise. So this is majority plaster from the resort theme. However, as part of Silver Screen, there are a couple of little extra bits and pieces with the plaster material that really elevate that particular wall set. So there are a couple of new bits and pieces that you can use, like these, for example, these like building fins for this detailing. It looks really, really good, and this kind of elevates already existing parts of the pack of the scenery as well. So it's really, really cool. It's been really fun to find real world inspiration for Art Deco buildings and recreate that and take inspiration from it to build out this space. And I do want to actually shout out to all of these windows. As you might have already noticed, a lot of these windows are all illuminated as part of the Silver Screen pack, and that's because they are. And one of the best things about these windows, though, much like other illuminated objects in Planet Coaster 2, you can pick how they are illuminated, whether they appear at night time or they illuminate at night time, they're always on or always off. But the really cool thing about the Silver Screen pack windows is, as you can see here, I've got some windows that I've deliberately left as off, almost to imply that these rooms that are not currently populated But when the lights are off, they kind of revert to their glossy, sort of reflective material property. So during the day, they look fantastic. You can't tell they're illuminated. And then at night, they light up and they look absolutely fantastic. I absolutely adore this, these windows and this theme. It's been super cool. And I say this every time. It's been so much fun getting to build out these spaces and experiment, trying out buildings of different sizes, like this little staff room here, to stuff that's absolutely humongous like this. But first of all, we're going to cross the road here to our first flat ride as part of the Silver Screen pack. This is Ground Control.
And what type of ride is it, Rich?
This is, as I eloquently put it, a spinny, roundy, up and downy flat ride.
That's right, and it's one that is catered for families.
Yep.
It is a highly requested type of ride that our wonderful community have been asking about, and gives lots of fun and entertainment to all of our guest types.
Yep. And as always, this I've left as completely vanilla, so this is how it will appear once you place it down. I have dressed around it, but there will be a blueprint available in-game with this. And this is such a cool flat ride to get. It's very popular. Obviously, as Rich has said, it's massively requested, so it's really cool to see this in the game. And I'm certain we're going to see players have... there'll be a version of this in every theme after about 5 minutes of the pack being released, because, yeah, it's a really cool little flat ride. And having those accessible, family-friendly, for all ages rides is great to see in these packs. So it's a really, really cool ride. And we've also got one of our free updates, queue times as well. It's a walk-on, if you are so keen to jump on the ground control. But we're actually going to head over the road here to our second flat ride, which is, of course, it's the Silver Screen pack. We've rolled out another red carpet. There's red carpets everywhere, because this is the cinema.
That's right, it is just a cinema.
Yep.
And I love the way you've dressed up this entire building. It feels so impressive. I would love to go in there and experience this cinema.
Yeah.
So,
I spent a lot of time on this one building. It was a lot, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, like the exterior has been really good. Again, we've got more of these sort of glass block pieces, which are really, really cool. It just adds a fantastic amount of detail. Again, we've got windows that I've got deactivated and ones that are activated. Of course, there are more film posters, but I also just want to call out this particular stage light here. So it looks quite familiar to other lights we've got in the game, but this one is completely new, and it's got a very, very cool trick up its sleeve, because this can cast shapes.
Yeah, that's right. The stage lights, as part of the Silver Screen pack, have light cookies in them, so you get to choose from a number of different kind of projections that you can have. You can put them on the floor, fire them into the buildings, and we've got a few different designs on them, and they're wonderful. They're really a really unique type of light that you can only get in this DLC. So I love these ones.
They
had great fun
cool.
with coming up with these and coming up with different designs as well. So they're great.
It's really good for like breaking up spaces. If, for example, you've got this big open pavement here, and it's like, let's just project something onto it. If you eagle-eyed viewers might have spotted, there was one as we walked in by the entrance, which I'll point out as we go back through. But we've got two here, one either side, to show off these fantastic new stage lights. But let's head inside. There's a 2-minute wait, but look, here we go. And I've, of course, using the Art Deco and from the Silver Screen pack, just dressed this to within an inch of its life, and of course brought back the two-tone swirly path that we added in for the arcades update. So we've gone from sticky arcade floor to sticky cinema floor. Yep.
We can all feel that under our feet.
Absolutely, we can all feel it, we can all smell it. We've got more, mostly because of the popcorn. We've got obviously more of these carts here. They are in there in different colours as well. I've just got these here because it feels right to have little snack carts in here, but this acts like a flat ride for all intents and purposes. So we're going to hop the queue a little bit. We're just going to nip through here, and again, let's all been dressed up. Really, really proud of this. Really love all of the details. Like, these are both trims, but also these are fences and the terracotta and pillars and things. And this is quite literally a cinema. I know this has also been something massively requested from players. They want the ability to just drop down a cinema and get guests to come in and sit and watch something. So this is the cinema that I've built for this park, and I think this exact cinema is going to be a blueprint as well, because while we wait for our guests to come and sit down, the actual cinema flat ride in and of itself, while technically this isn't completely de-themed like I would with other flat rides, when you place down a cinema completely fresh, it is literally just seats, screen, and then the little fence that goes around it. There's a little operator booth behind the seating. So you can do it completely open air, but of course here I've fully closed it off, and hopefully in a second, there we go. We have the summer trailer from last year on the screen for our guests to watch. So in the game, there's going to be a bunch of previous trailers from Planet Coaster 2's life that you can put in for your guests to sit and enjoy. But of course, if you're playing on PC, this acts like any other billboard. You can load in your own video files and you can get guests to watch whatever you want. It's such a cool addition. I love the curved screen as well. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this blueprint turned out. So feel free to plonk this down in your park, because if you pick up the silver screen pack, you can place this exact cinema down. And I'm very proud of it.
I would be, cool. Rich. It is amazing. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. I love this trailer as well. Funnily enough, I've watched it quite a few times. So we're going to head out. We're going to nip out this way. And we're going to go past through the sticky carpet, back outside.
Back out.
And we're going to head over, or continue down the street, I should say. Actually, first of all, we're going to go over here. I mentioned plaster earlier.
You did, yes.
And here we've got a building that is predominantly plaster, but using a lot of the new sort of plaster material trims and bits and pieces to really add to the experience with this so delightful shop.
I love the red and the blue.
Yes.
I think they work so well together with the plaster.
And of course we've got more of these illuminated letters as well. And over here I've also got, these trucks are just for the base game of Planet Coaster 2, but they work so well with, obviously here we've got the corn dog stand as well. This is one of the new concession stands. And it looks really good. We've got more of, we've seen this before already today, but we'll come back to those as we make our way down. We've got some more trucks, some more examples of how this building works. This is actually the second wall set. Just here, you can just about catch it here. You see the lovely reflection up there. This is like a big chunky tile. It's a glossy tile. It looks fantastic. So you've got the terracotta tile, which is more, it's slightly more matted, it's slightly more intricate, and then you've got this big, lovely glossy slab, which looks fantastic. But of course, Art Deco, it's very detailed, lots of trims, lots of bits and pieces going on. So using that as your starting point is fantastic. And then you can just build on top of it with these lovely illuminated windows. These are some more of the new fins, of course, the building fins. There's these really nice metal trims as well. And of course, I've just completely overdone a chief beef, as I always do.
It looks amazing. I love it. It's just been building upon all the things you've been talking us through. The picnic tables, the use of all the different architectural styles, the signage, and you've just gone, you've really gone big on it.
Yeah,
this is great.
Some of the new cinema signage as well, again with the new illuminated lettering in tow. It's so much good, it's so good. I love this so much. But yeah, I've built this sort of boulevard with this roadway through it, and of course we have some of these cars that we will get to. These are scenery pieces that are familiar to something we're going to see in a bit. But this brings us
inside the silver screen.
Yeah, this brings us to our coaster as part of this pack, which is the Vector New Gen Flying Coaster.
That's right. I love this coaster. It's really unique. It's definitely one that I would love to experience myself. I've not had a chance to get in the ride cam yet, but I think you're going to show us how it feels to be first person in this one.
It's a pretty popular ride. The queue times are pretty chunky for this one, but I can understand why. So here I've pinched the queue area from my cinema and recoloured it, repurposed it for the new gen flying. We're going to make our way through. It's a very popular ride, Rich, and I don't blame them for it. It's very, very cool as we head up to the station platform here. Now, one thing that is a bit unusual about this, as hopefully a train is going to be coming in, it transitions between its flying position and a seating position. And that's one of the big unique things about the new gen flying, because other coasters that are flying, they kind of swing the seats down and you hop in and then it pulls you back up. This one particularly acts in a very different way. And it's very, very cool to see it replicated in the silver screen pack.
Yeah, we have the special transition pieces that you can put down on the out and in so that it will rotate the seats for you. So it's really good.
So I'm going to hop onto this ride here, because this sideways seating position, you can choose when to transition back. So you can almost add a sort of dark ride vibe to this as we make our way through here. And then I'm just going to have to tilt my head up, because of course we're moving into the flying position now. We're going to look up along the launch, and we're going to leave you with this POV. So there you go, moved my head back down because we've transitioned back into the station platform, and yeah, it's such a cool coaster. It's really, really fun to get this layout working well, and I'm really intrigued to see what players do potentially doing some like dark ride sections with this transition track. It's super cool. And of course, as we make our way through the exit, and we can feel very smug as we walk past people still queuing. Of course, you can pick up your on-ride photo as well, because every big attraction in my parks have their little photo kiosk as well. So you can grab one.
Having a wonderful time.
Yeah. It's such a cool coaster model. I'm really excited to see what players do with it. It was really fun to see this get added as part of Silver Screen. So that is the Butterworth Boulevard side of the park.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's so cool.
Yeah. I love the colours of the different concessions as well. I saw the Gelato Bros and the nice blue. I love that colour. Looks great. The way you've done the Chief Beef, the Gulpy shops. Looks wonderful, Rich.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Like Butterworth Boulevard?
Yep. Actually, we didn't point out these lampposts either. I have used the lamppost pieces quite a bit, but obviously sometimes I use them as not lampposts. But here they are as lampposts, which look really cool. And yeah, it's such a fun space. Also, actually, I'm going to shout out these planters as well. They've got the little lights in them as well. Just for this, it was quite fun actually, because when I was building this particular area of the park, obviously, of course, it's very hot at the moment.
Yep.
So I was sat with my windows open, and it's like a very hot evening, and I'm thinking, oh, I feel like I'm there. The sun's low, it's hot, there's palm trees everywhere. Oh, fantastic. What I've just remembered, I'm going to sneak through here, look. Hopefully, you should be able to see some stars, because that is coming from that stage light there that we showed you earlier with the cutouts and the stencils you can add in, which is super cool.
Wonderful.
Okay, we've gotten to this point, we can show you what the fourth wall is. So, we've already said many fan-requested attractions. I think while there have been a lot of very, very good attractions to show off, I think in terms of fan-requested, I think this one takes
completely.
the biscuit.
This has definitely been requested by a number of our community. We're just so excited to put it inside the Silver Screen pack alongside everything else. So talk us through the fourth wall, Rich.
So in here, again, we've shown you the posters, and we go in, and we can just peer in. Look, there's quite a stairwell there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just hop out of this view. I'm going to go back into our normal free look camera. I'm just going to fly. Let's go in through here again, just for the grand reveal. As the lights are going to slowly fade up on the fourth wall. Very slowly. Here it is. This is an immensely cool flat ride that, as said, players have been requesting this a lot. It's pretty quiet. It's a very busy park with a lot of attractions to show you. So
currently, everyone's favourite prefers to go on the coaster for now.
Yes, everyone's wanting to go on the coaster.
The fourth wall's not quite as big.
So this particular flat ride is very, very cool because each of these individual cabins can spin and tilt on its own little axis, and then the entire platform itself can spin, tilt, and raise up and down on its own axis as well. So it's a very, very versatile attraction to get to play with. And while, again, the actual flat ride itself, I've left vanilla, but I've dressed around it. But the fact that these cabins are like nice and straightforward, they're very clean, it gives you a lot of space to just dress and theme however you like.
Yeah, and the custom version of the flat ride itself is really simple. So that players can then build upon it. So I love the surround that you've added to it. I know that we're building up to our wonderful experience for our guests that we're about to show, but you can do so many versatile things with this ride and how you dress up the surround or the building that you put it inside of. So
yeah, if you want to put it in a building, you don't have to.
Exactly, you could always leave it open play.
But what I've done with this is you could take all of the animatronics from, say, the studio's theme and things like the motion platforms we've got and all the new lights, and you can do something incredible because the event sequencer in Planet Coaster 2 is very powerful, and the Silver Screen pack really lends itself to just going nuts with
it. You've done it with a number of rides.
Yeah, there's quite a few which we're going to get to now, but this particular attraction I have programmed in a light show because we've got these volumetric moving headlights that I absolutely love. So when the lap bars go down, the light's going to go out, and then the light show is going to begin. So of course I've programmed this, I've attached it to an event sequencer, and then the ride itself, I've linked that to the event sequencer, so it will just start whatever's in that event sequencer, it'll just trigger it when the ride begins. So I've programmed these lights to keep moving around. They're going to start changing colours a lot as well. And of course there are different sequences you can program into your flat ride as well. So I've kept this one quite short just for the sake of having the time to program out this light show. So lots of really fun stuff. So here it's like tilting and spinning around.
and the lights are going nuts. And then as it slows down in here, all the lights are going to go down. It's going to get much, much darker as it lifts up. And then there's a bit of strobing as it drops back down to earth. And then the lights,
The house lights are going to slowly fade back up again.
So while this is a quick example of how you could utilize this attraction with the event sequencer, with all of the lights and just how powerful this system is, I cannot wait to be hugely outdone by the players when it comes
it's
to
a pretty
building the
high
fourth
bar
wall.
you have now set.
Why, thank
it was a
you,
wonderful
yeah.
ride.
I'm going to just quickly show you what the event sequencer looks like. So here's my event sequencer just off board, and so here is the event sequencer in play. So we've got all of these are the lights, the house lights that are going to fade down, and then the animated lights will trigger and start working. They'll start doing animations, and then there's other layers on top that are going to change the color over the top of that. So this is relatively complex when it comes to the event sequencer, but it's a very, very powerful tool to really play with. So here's where they all fade to black, and then these modern wall lights are the ones that are going to be flashing.
Oh, they're the strobes.
They're the strobes, and then right at the end, there's a bit of a break in the dark. You've just fallen down and completely disorientated, and then eventually the lights will come back.
Wonderful.
Up again. So really, really fun to put together. And like I said, there's so much you can do with the event sequencer. A couple more examples in the silver screen pack Planco Studios Park I've built to show you. But yeah, Fourth Wall is a very, very cool attraction. Really looking forward to seeing what players do with it.
So we've been through Butterworth Boulevard.
Yes.
We've been through like the front of house.
Yep.
Let's go show the backlot part of
Yes.
the park. We teased it earlier. I was really intrigued by what's going on around here, so
yeah. So
we've been building.
What we've shown you so far has been predominantly the silver screen theme, but now we're going to go over and show you the studios theme. So this is where, as they say, the sausage is made, because this is where the movies actually get shot. So here I've got some sound stage. Well, this entire space is just lots and lots of sound stages with various things stuffed into them, be it film sets like this Viking ship that's ready to be cut out by some poor soul in post-production. And here you've got all of the lovely film equipment, cardboard boxes, cables and bits and pieces around as well. And then we've got all the rigging and just stuff everywhere. I do love this. And obviously got trucks and things back as well. Over this side I've got another soundstage that I've just dropped just a memento in. That's an immensely popular space. There's lots of people with various merchandise and things like that. Over here we've got another set with some cameras and just some little flats I've done in the Western and the sci-fi themes as well. Really fun area just to dress up. Like just over here I've just gone, hey look, we've just put everything out. Like we're mid-production, it's chaotic, we've got helicopter props lying around, we've got fire trucks, garbage trucks, generators, oil barrels, and then of course just loads of rigging and flats and stuff like that. So these are like fronts of buildings that I've just sort of ripped off the rest of the building and just added some scaffolding behind it because it works really nicely,
well. Yeah.
So you can imagine this all gets like wheeled onto a soundstage and ready to be shot with. It's so cool, the studios theme. I love it a lot. So over here, however, in soundstage number 5, we've got the Remotion, which is our first tracked ride to show you today. So this I've gone for, here is a little bit sort of industrial, got little sniffs of sci-fi and bits and pieces from studios as well, some of these metal fencing and these lovely radioactive signs and the barrels and things. As we head in here, it's quite a popular ride, had a 25-minute queue time, gone for a very kind of like claustrophobic
it feels quite
vibe.
closed off.
Yeah.
Definitely has that vibe.
And I've got these red lights slowly breathing, using again, event sequences, they are your best friend. If you've not used them yet, you should definitely get stuck in, especially with silver screen, and see what you can achieve with them. As we head onto the station platform here, guests are going to board a 4-seater robot arm, essentially, that you can build out your track, and then you can program as you go how the seats rotate, tilt, spin, all sorts of stuff. It's a very, very versatile ride. It can take a little bit of time to wrap your head around how to do it, but it's immensely rewarding when you get to put something together like this. So these guys are just about to hop off, so hopefully I can sit down. Yep, so we're going to take a seat. Here we've got this very, like I said, industrial kind of like science labby kind of thing, because I guess we're test subjects about to go and do something. Riding the Remotion as we head sideways out of the station for the second time in this park, funnily enough, as we find ourselves in a sort of little launch bay space. And these,
where are we going to go? We're going to go...
We're going to go somewhere.
Not back, not through time, I hope.
Maybe. These red flashing lights, my favourite.
That's always the warning for
them,
time travel.
And suddenly we find ourselves in a Viking scene. And then we find ourselves actually physically in a Viking scene.
That's
Because
really nicely
I
done,
love
Rich.
the Viking theme in the base game of Planet
Yep.
Coaster 2.
Great
And
combination usage of that existing base game theme and some of the content from the silver screen pack as well. Bringing those together to create a really immersive experience for the guests on this ride. Is a lot of spinning, not sure which
we're
way up
tilting
you
away.
are.
So take a good look at these rocks, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're upside down. See, feel Rich just clench.
My stomach, never good for those
And
experiences.
then back through a portal, and then we're back home. Look at that.
So that was great. The beginning of the ride, though, that was like a video sequence. So
Yes.
that was done using the parabolic screens that are part of the studio's theme as well. So you can
Yes.
combine those together and create that wonderful experience with the Remotion ride.
Yeah, it's super cool. And again, this is the kind of attraction that I put together and gone, yeah, I'm pretty proud of this.
Just waiting to see what you will do and just completely blow this one out of the water. But it's such a cool attraction, and yeah, I know that this has been a massively requested attraction to get back into the game. So here we go. Let's continue through the backlots as we head out from the Remotion.
Because this backlot has even more.
There's so much to see,
offer us.
Rich. Yes. Ride number 5. No, not 5, 6. That was ride number 5. This is ride number 6.
That's right.
As we head through here, because we've got more of this scenery. So we've still got some little bits and pieces of the silver screen packs. These are some of the building trims I've repurposed into like really posh curbs.
And while most of this is just the rough concrete from the base game that's dressed up with like faux shutters and drain pipes and all sorts of stuff like that, if you bring over the silver screen Art Deco here, so I've just kind of plonked this on the front of one of these buildings. This is almost like the production office, I guess. This is where you come and get your cups of tea, or you get someone to come and make you a cup of tea, like I have to for Rich sometimes. As we head over this way, we've got 2 of ride number 6, which is our second tracked ride.
Yeah, you combine these together as a ride sync.
I did, yes.
So they're racing each other.
This is the slot car, which we saw dive under the entrance bridge at the start of our little tour. Both are 19 minutes. Which one would you like to ride?
Well, I'm going to go blue. It's my favourite colour.
Yeah,
So I would prefer blue.
I'm going to pull rank and say we're going to ride red.
Okay.
So we're gonna head through here. Here we have, as we spotted earlier on the Butterworth Boulevard, we've got these are the 2 cars that our guests will be riding in. So they do appear as scenery pieces,
That's
as
right.
well as some animated sort of animatronic pieces you can use in the park as well. And here we have our 2 station platforms. So again, these are in a ride sync, and this is the same tracked ride. It's just you have the ability to swap which car you like.
That's right. Yeah, we have one that is that kind of more vintage silver screen era style, but we also wanted to have a
Hop across the queue.
a slightly de-themed version to allow players a bit more of a blank canvas to dress up however they'd like. So
There we go. Yeah.
there's
That's
2
this,
options for you. So that's the nice red versus blue you've got going on.
Yes, and yeah, this particular one is going to be very good for dressing up if you want to be attaching scenery to it.
Yeah.
Turning it into any kind of vehicle you like. This is the one to do that more so, but of course if you just want to have a nice sort of vintage style cruise around the silver screen theme, lots of Art Deco, palm trees, all that sort of stuff, then you can do. However, of course, I have put these together to act like a race as the car. I imagine
It's a sedate race, a nice, boring, simple, let's just trundle along against each other. Nothing overly exciting is going to happen on this, Rich.
Maybe to start with, as this particular attraction, as a tracked ride, you can have your pieces of track that will just go to a set speed, but then you can change the speed of your cars, change the acceleration, and there's
Amazing.
also a different kind of track. So this is the sort of vanilla track you see here, so we're leaving the station at the same time. We're going to race Matey in the crown and see who wins as we make our way past the new gen flying over here. And of course, this does have hold track pieces as well, so we're going to come to a stop. And this is our secondary track type with the barriers as well. As now, the race is going to begin. Just as the coaster comes flying over the top. I'm really good with timing.
You really are.
I'm getting
You're
good
a pro.
at this. Yeah. Here we have, I'm going to remember to mention it, we have our Queen Splash water tower, as we're going to do a quick lap around here. Again, more of those volumetric moving headlights that I have. I just have them on static most of the time and just light stuff up with it. I love it. As we then make our way around towards the front of the park, because this is doing a lap of the entire park. Because here we go.
I can see there's the entrance.
And hopefully we'll see a flash, because free update 11, we have photos coming onto track rides as well. So
that's right.
The slot car you can add on-ride photos for. And as we make our way around here, I've been mentioning about how the event sequences are fantastic, lots of triggerable stuff you can do. It's not going to be quite a studio experience without something potentially exploding, like, I don't know, all of these generators and then maybe the water towers might fall down on top of us, but we've just about made it through. And we've dove into our sort of underpass as we make our way back to our station platform here. And there's another one of the slot cars, like as a scenery piece. I've got it mounted on the wall, along with a bunch of different tyres to choose from. So that's the slot car. It's a super cool attraction.
Yeah, I love this ride.
I'm sure the players are going to be stoked to get their hands on this. And
then you've done it so well with that ride sync as well, and put the whole event sequence in with the water tower. Just made the whole experience must be wonderful to
absolutely
be a guest for.
Yeah, and of course we've got the on-ride photos as well, which players can grab. In fact, very quickly before we show you our 7th ride, which is spoilers, the big screen tour, I want to take you over very quickly and just show you the event sequencer over this side. So here is this set piece that I've done. And look at that, perfect timing again as the water tower falls, because of course Planet Coaster 2 added in a bunch of motion platforms. You can do various things. We've got rotating ones that move up and down, backwards and forwards, the radial ones, the spring, all sorts of stuff. And that's where the Studios theme, with all of its existing animatronics, you can just elevate it massively with this. So down here, I've got my event sequencer, and once again, I'm going to very quickly show you how all of this looks. And it's got quite a few layers to it. So we have our initial explosion on the first generator, the blue bars are where it kind of moves up towards the end here, and then the orange is for the water tower crashing down over the track, because in this front corner, just here, I've got a rotating motion platform that's just set to a quarter oscillate. So it'll quarter over onto the track and then just stand itself back up again, and here we go. It's going to do it again for you. And then all of those emitters are attached to the water tower that in itself are attached to the motion platform.
Impressive stuff, Rich.
It sounds very complicated, but when you really boil it down, it's relatively simple. It's just how much you want to add on top of it in terms of all of the different emitter effects you've got, because you've got a ton of them that come with the Studios theme. Obviously, all the ones that already exist in the game already. Again, really excited to see what players do with this.
I'm very proud of this.
I'm really, really happy with this. I don't know what inspired it. I just thought I could just drop something on top of the guests as they drive by. Why not?
Why not?
It's a lot of fun.
So our 7th and final ride as part of the Silver Screen Pack. 7 rides in this pack is
the Big Screen Tour, which is also a walk-on. We're going to head up here, because of course the slot cars have got to go somewhere, so they actually go down here underneath us to get back into this station building. Here we have the exit for the blue side. Of course, we have a correctly colour-schemed blue photo booth as well. And here we have the Big Screen Tour. So this is a tracked ride that really does just lend itself to going crazy with an event sequencer, because this is where your guests are going to board these little buses. I've got them paired up together here. So you have a bunch of guests moving through together around different scenes, and you can set up ride triggers to do anything you like. Again, using motion platforms if you want to, all of the animatronics as part of the Studios theme, any animatronics that already exist in Planet Coaster 2 or from previous DLCs, just throw it all together. Really, really keen to see what players do with this. So my one's quite straightforward for what you could do with this. I've got 2 scenes to show you as the guests are all piling onto their little buses. So we're going to hop onto to this one here. I'm going to head off. You can see Cornell's turned up on a motion track to say hello as we head into our Big Screen Tour. And so this has been dressed with, imagine this is a live studio. Stuff is really happening here.
Yeah.
So we've got all sorts of equipment lying around. There's just stuff kind of everywhere. As we make our way onto our first scene here, so this is using one of the wall sets as part of Studios, these like illuminated buildings. And there's a tank, and it's pointing precariously at that police car. Yep, that's what happens when you point a tank at a police car. So these are some of the animatronics as part of the Studios theme. Gets onto this trigger point, the tank fires, the car explodes, our animatronics hobble back into position, and then we're ready for the next train as well. So that's quite a simple example of how you can use these animatronics. But as we make our way around again, past some more flats, past some more sound stages, past a lot of trucks and shipping containers, we actually have over here, we've got a shark animatronic from the Studios theme. I've just left it parked out here for
future use potentially. Make our way to this sort of volcanic scene here, utilising some more motion platforms. So we've got radial platforms. There was a little shark down there. So the volcano's going to go off, and then water's going to splash down, and we've got the radial platforms that are moving around to make it seem as if the running water's affecting it all. I love just
Great
detailing all of
combination
this,
of
And then as we leave, look, I've got some water towers and plumbing. This is where the water came from, inverted commas. This is where it's. This
you
is
think
where
of all
it's from.
that detail, Rich, and that's always what's so impressive about your parks. You're always thinking about the extra level of kind of authenticity that you need for these creations.
Yeah, and that's what I love.
How have you done these buildings?
So these buildings are actually some of the column pieces as part of the silver screen pack. If I just hop off off here, these are actually these are illuminatable. I've got them switched off, but I scaled them up and I thought these actually look really convincing as distant buildings. So I've used these all over the place. You see it on the for the collapsing water tower as well.
Great for that silhouette.
Just here,
in the skyline.
Yeah. And of course, if you wanted to have them illuminated, you can make the colour a bit darker so they don't illuminate. They're not super bright. Yeah. But of course, you can use them as just illuminated pillars if you want to. There's so much flexibility with this particular pack, especially on the Studios theme. There's just so much really useful stuff to get to play with.
We've got all those animatronics, we've got VFX emitters, there's new music, there's sound effects, there's a wonderful opportunity to combine scenery, animatronics, rides, all those bits and pieces, put them all together, and just make some wonderful experiences for your guests.
This park build is very much still just scratching the surface of how much there is to see in the Studios theme. There is so much fantastic stuff to play with, and the sheer scope of what players are going to create with the Silver Screen pack. It's so exciting to see. Like, as always, I'm very proud of what I've built in Planco Studios. I love this park a lot. I'm really, really proud of it. I love the theme. I love getting to mess around with the event sequencer a lot, and just, I'm super stoked to see what players can achieve.
Me too.
With this
It
pack.
looks wonderful, Rich. Thank you so much
Thank
for showing us what's part of the Silver Screen pack. There we go. That's a wrap on everything that is coming in the Silver Screen pack. It'll be available on August 19th. We can't wait to see your cinematic masterpieces come together. Thank you for watching.